Hey guys, it's Stephen here. Manchester City have just lost 2-0 against Spurs in a very, very frustrating game of football. It was incredibly painful to watch. Really, really frustrating. We're going to talk about this game today. I want to say thank you, though, please, to OneFootball for sponsoring this channel. Please go and give OneFootball a little download in the link in the description if you want to cheer me up a tiny little bit. It's a fantastic app with all the news about football, not just Man City, that you need to know about at the moment. Please click the link in the description below and it would cheer me up a little bit. Honestly, it would mean absolutely loads if you don't mind just going downloading OneFootball. Please, it's absolutely awesome. It's fantastic and you've got loads of news there. There'll be better news at some point, I'm sure. But for now, though, download it anyway. It's wonderful. And then maybe mute it because you don't want to see all the news at the moment anyway. That was concerning, wasn't it? That was genuinely concerning. That was a very, very frustrating game of football to watch. And I am a little bit worried about that, if I'm being honest. I think it was inevitable and relatively predictable, but I am a little bit concerned about just how easy it was to beat us, really. I mean, genuinely, as Jerry's just said, dear God, that was total shit. I'll get onto the comments in a little bit largely, but I'm going to talk a little bit about my thoughts personally about the game. What concern is for me is that you can really see the problems, and they feel kind of predictable at the moment. This is our worst start, I think, since like 2008 and 2009, which for a manager of Guardiola's quality, and I know there is the pandemic, is a bit concerning. I was hoping massively for a reaction, given the news midweek, given how positive everything was going to be, given all the players scoring, in international break, and given the contract renewal. I was really hoping for a reaction, a bit of positivity. And as I think who just said that, I saw Mr. Cheese Grater of all names said that was sad to watch, and it was sad to watch. I mean, to me, the biggest thing is you look at the players and go, well, they just kind of aren't quite as good as we used to be. I mean, it is as simple as that. We still haven't replaced the leadership of Kompany. I mean, that might come in time with Diaz in time. You can't replace that aura immediately. You can't buy someone who demands excellence like that straight away because obviously they take time to get the confidence and the legacy. But we haven't got that anymore. We haven't got Fernandinho anymore. Fernandinho is obviously gone basically now. What we've got, I know he's still there, but what Fernandinho used to be, those days are over. Rodri is clearly a good footballer, but he's not Fernandinho. Who is Fernandinho? I don't know. So that's frustrating. And then David Silva's gone. Literally, and the most creative, intelligent player of the past 10 years in the Premier League is now gone as well. And Aguero's gone, basically. Aguero is there, I know, but Aguero isn't Aguero of 2-3 years ago either. So, I mean, I might be wrong with that, by the way, but I feel like at the moment we're playing without four the genuine best Premier League players of all time, and you can tell. I'm not complaining, by the way. I'm just pointing out that this team quite clearly isn't what it was going to be, At the moment, we're struggling a little bit. Hella said, Rodri was good, what do you mean? No, I mean, Rodri was fine, but Rodri was fine today, actually, but he's not Fernandinho, Rodri was totally fine today, but Fernandinho is insane. Fernandinho is genuinely incredible. And Rodri is like a good 7.5 maybe out of 10 or something like that, maybe an 8 out of 10, but Fernandinho was a 10. Absolutely 10 out of 10. He was everywhere he needed to be. And we're not quite where we need to be, and I am a bit concerned about it. I mean, the thing is we still can control games. We still can. We had the ball for large parts of it. We absolutely dominated. At one point, there was a stat where we had 11 shots to their 1. And it's hard to take and hard to swallow that we have a team that's so capable of having all that possession, but then can't create chances. And at the moment, we are very easy to defend against. If you sit back and defend and just try and get us on the counter, it's difficult. Now everyone's saying Pep out. It's not going to happen. Give him time. I'm not Pep out in the slightest. I mean, he's just signed a contract. He's had a tough time as well. Personally, we forget that. But we need to address that. At the moment, things are very, very, very difficult. Anyone here, by the way, just to troll? I'm going to get rid of him because if you are just to troll, there's no point. Just don't come just to troll. Grow up is what I will say. But I mean, someone said that was not Pep's fault. Naz, I'm not sure. I mean, I think it's everyone. Pep did leave all those plays until the 72nd minute. I'm sorry, if the team's playing that poorly, you can't not make any changes. You can't leave it that late. That's one of the things that frustrates me massively. We are very late to make changes, even when things are glaringly obvious. There was 2 players who I thought really needed to go off. I'm sorry, Mahrez was absolutely abysmal. You can call me a racist if you want to, Mahrez fans. I thought he was terrible. Bernardo was also really bad, unfortunately. Those 2 changes that eventually happened, even though it didn't make any difference, they were crying out very early on. KDB wasn't lazy in the slightest. Someone said the problem I've got with De Bruyne at the moment is he didn't play well. He didn't play well, but he's trying to do absolutely everything on his own. Like, he genuinely is. He's trying to be the one getting the ball to start attacks, and he's trying to be the one to finish the attacks. Do you remember when Kevin De Bruyne was receiving balls in inside channels to make crosses across the goal for tap-ins at the back post? He doesn't get to do that anymore because he's trying to be the one to dribble past midfield. He's trying to be the one to win the ball back. He hasn't got any space because everyone is... If you sit on Kevin De Bruyne, basically, you sit on Manchester City and we don't create any chances. So even though De Bruyne was poor, I do agree. It's because he's trying to force the issue. Put players who are playing well alongside him and he will be better. It's like Messi. You watch Messi at Barcelona the past couple of years. He tries to do everything himself. It's a very similar thing and it's just so frustrating to watch. Bernardo Silva, man, what's happened to him? What has happened to this guy over the past year or so? Has he genuinely destroyed his career with those tweets? You know, has he genuinely lost his confidence to the point where he's irrecoverable? I did see at the time when he made those tweets, which was, you know, it was a misunderstanding at the time, but he took it so badly. He was very defensive about it. I do wonder if Bernardo has just lost himself at the moment. It does feel that way, doesn't it? It's very, very difficult at the moment to watch a guy who was literally up for the Ballon d'Or. I'm not even exaggerating. Bernardo was literally up for the Ballon d'Or. He was there nominated for it. And he's just gone to this kind of squad player-esque level where, honestly, if you played an academy lad, I wouldn't expect much less than what he's given at the moment. It's very, very frustrating. Rodri, I thought he was okay. He's just okay. He's not the level he used to be. Torres was... He started off alright, didn't really do much. It looks like he needs people to play him in behind. He didn't really do much at all, Torres. It wasn't a good game. I thought Gabriel Jesus tried his best. I think he did try his best. He was unlucky with the handball. Maybe if that had gone in and was given, it's a different thing altogether. But I think that still would have papered over some cracks potentially. Gabby, I thought was okay. I thought Gabby was alright, honestly. I think he worked really hard and tried, but he was given very little to do. Defensively, very easy to get in behind us. We weren't terrible defensively, but I think Laporte and Diaz got a little bit sucked in. Cancelo didn't know whether to follow the run up for the first goal. And the second goal frustrated me because Harry Kane was given the freedom of the world to get between the midfield and the defenders. And why aren't we sitting on Harry Kane? It's just poor communication. That's where Fernandinho would have been. We know this. Rodri, I thought, was decent, but he's just not... Yeah, as Morad just said, he's not got the awareness or mobility to maybe to be where Fernandinho was going to be. And it's very, very concerning. I think at the moment we're in for an awful lot more pain. I do think we'll get better. I do actually think we will do. But we're in a situation at the moment where City don't feel cohesive. We don't feel like we've got an identity. I don't really know how to fix it. I don't. I mean, Foden and Sterling eventually came on and nothing really happened. But at the moment we are struggling. We are far behind, you know, and it's very, very difficult. It's very difficult because I don't know how we're going to get back to where we need to be at the moment. I think, unfortunately, we're going to need a summer like the summer of 17-18 where you just signed a shitload of players, and we signed Bernardo, who came in and made an impact. We signed Walker, Edison, we signed Mahrez and all that kind of stuff. Over to the Super Chats. Big love to Allman, who's dropped in with the Super Chat. Allman, thank you so, so much, mate. Allman said, can we 3D print a Fernandinho? We need a fresh one. Has anyone got a 3D printer? Can we make that work somehow? Can we make that work? That would be absolutely wonderful. Let's clone Fernandinho, or let's find... I don't know. I mean, we've done some big scientific advances this year. Can we find a way to get him back on the pitch, you know, and be the younger version? It's very frustrating, isn't it, Ulman? Thank you so much for the comment, Ulman, by the way. I appreciate the support. But we do need to find a way to do it because at the moment, we're a Manchester City side lacking identity, aren't we? Do cheer me up, by the way, and please do hit the like button, even if you don't feel like liking anything at the moment. There's 700 odd people watching, 87 likes. It would be much appreciated if you hit the like button, and please do subscribe. And I'm going to try and dissect this game over the coming days. But please do hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos, and we can try and cover it together. Once again, thank you to Allman and all the members here who help support this channel. Oh, this game. There's another super chat coming in as well, by the way. Let's get over to that. From Pujai Fapa. Hope I pronounced that correctly, mate. Pujai said, do you think City's transfer strategy is catching up? It's an interesting question, Pujai. Players we bought that were not a number one target. Mahrez, Rodri, Cancelo, Diaz. Too early to judge. Sure, I'm missing someone here. I mean, Rodri was our number one target, wasn't it? Maybe I'm wrong there. I feel like maybe. Diaz, I think, is going to be fine. I've got a lot of faith in Diaz. Cancelo is just kind of like a backup, wasn't he, really? Like a backup player. And I mean, we do need a left back. I think it's obvious. Mahrez, I mean, was there a number one target? Joao Felix, we were briefly in for. We don't tend to sign big stars, do we? We sign players who are going to be stars usually, or the ones just below that top level. And maybe you're right. I mean, it has worked pretty well for us. We did win an awful lot of trophies, didn't we, previously? But I do think maybe there's something in that. I mean, the biggest thing is it's just how do you replace players that genuinely change the Premier League? You know, genuinely. I mean, it takes time to get that legacy, and it's also hard to find world-class players. It's difficult. It's very, very difficult. Pujai, maybe you got a point, man. Maybe you got a point. It's just we're going to have to wait and see at the time. But thank you so much, Pujai, for the comment. Someone's asked me to talk about Ederson. I mean, I don't think Ederson's to blame for those goals. I just don't. I mean, the second one right through his legs. The first one, a little bit through him maybe. But Ederson, I think, he's had a good season so far. I think Ederson's made some big saves. So I'm not going to blame Ederson. Ederson is more than good enough, I reckon. Are people asking about Douglas Luiz? Is he really going to solve the problems, by the way, Douglas Luiz? He's a bit Fernandinho-like, but is he Fernandinho level? You know, is he going to solve them? I don't know the answer to that. It's very, very difficult, isn't it? I did think Mahrez was poor today. I'm sorry. I know I get a lot of criticism. People thinking I've got an agenda against him, but I genuinely thought he was bad today. That's why he's not in the team against Liverpool. He was just bad. I'm sorry. He was just genuinely bad. He ran down channels and gave the ball away, and it was frustrating. Likewise, Bernardo and Mahrez are the two that were frustrating for me, and we have to, you know, call it as it is. Stop playing players that aren't playing well and out of form at the moment. I've been so jealous of Nicola, who's just been laying over there playing Spider-Man for the past 3 hours. She's got life's great for her at the moment. For us, though, we're dealing with all this shit, and it's been very, very frustrating. I want to go back to the days where we had fast wingers, you know. Do you remember the glory days of Sterling on the right, Sane on the left, David Silva feeding those little balls through to Sterling, and then De Bruyne over there. De Bruyne finding pockets of space as Sterling went past people and all this kind of stuff, and we just don't have that anymore. We just don't have it anymore. And it's just so hard to watch because we need to be a little bit more creative. We need to be a little bit more intuitive. And can we get back to that? We will, but not anytime soon. Not anytime soon, unfortunately. It's just disgusting, disappointing, isn't it? We do like pace and whiff, and we feel one-dimensional. What's happened to Pep? Well, I think we need to rebuild the team, you know. All good things come to an end. I mean, United did this a lot with Ferguson. They went and won trophies and then lost games and then rebuilt sides and then they had to do it again. Unfortunately, sometimes this happens. It's difficult. I mean, we're not used to this, by the way. You know, us here, we're not used to watching a great side then not become great, really, I guess. We've seen a bit of it with Pellegrini and Mancini, but we've not used to it. And we're going to have 2 seasons of rebuilding, maybe. Maybe that is the situation, Chase. Chase Lawrence said that. Maybe that's the case, and we have to accept that the season's going to be difficult. I was optimistic. There's a long way to go, of course. Things could change. But it isn't good at the moment. It isn't good. It isn't good. I mean, we've had a bad year and a bit now. A year and a bit. It's a long time coming. And Guardiola will be a bit embarrassed today, and rightfully so, you know. Has he said anything yet? Has there been any match-free, reports? I haven't seen any. I'll see if there's any quotes from Guardiola. But he will be a bit embarrassed about that after that, all that domination. Look at this. I'm going to put it on screen right now, by the way. I'm borrowing City Report's stats here, by the way. So I want everyone to show some love to City Report, which is, I'll put, what's their Twitter handle? Go and follow City Report if you don't already. I'm going to put a link right now in the comments. Follow City Report if you don't already, because I'm about to show their stats on screen. Big love to City Report if you're watching, lads, but I'm going to borrow your stats if you don't mind. Here we go. Whoa, that's massive. That's what she said. Sorry. I can't crop him, but it's there. It's huge. There's the stats there. See him there. Huge. 22 shots. 22 shots. And 66% possession. Bloody hell, it's a 4 and 2. Oh, so painful to watch. So painful to watch. We've got a comment as well. Let's go over to the super chats. It's from Farah. Farah Hamoj said we should have bought Ziyech instead of Mahrez. Oh, definitely, man. But Ziyech, I guess, was a different level then. Ziyech is great. I would love Ziyech at Man City. I mean, someone's put, by the way, you just shy face it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to work out why we are done. You know, it's called being intelligent. It's trying to work out. It's just analysis. You know, you don't go we're shit and sit back and go, should we talk about that? No, you just go we're shit. We just sit there and accept it. Or you do what we all do. You try and work it out and solve it. You know, it's called using your brain, pal. Should have bought Ziyech instead of Mahrez, probably Farage. Thanks so much for I really appreciate the comment, man. I mean, everything at the moment would be better than what we've got, if we're being honest. There's another comment as well. Where's it gone? There's another one. From Mateus Widdick. Mateus, thank you so much, man. Mateus saying, we can't put these bad results on Silver Company being gone. We spent way too much to be this bad. Greetings from Poland. Great content. No, I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm just saying we obviously haven't replaced them. And that's not good enough, is what I'm saying. That's on the manager and the board to do that. But you can clearly see we've lost the leadership in Kompany and Fernandinho and Aguero, and we've lost the guile of David Silva. I guess maybe we're hoping Bernardo Silva wouldn't have disappeared off the face of the earth, unfortunately. I mean, if anyone had said, by the way, in after the 18-19 season, when a Ballon d'Or contender, Bernardo Silva wouldn't replace David Silva, we would have called you crazy. He should have been the one. He should have been a silver for a silver. But what's happened to him? What has happened to him? And greetings from Manchester, Mateus. Glad you enjoy the content, buddy. I really appreciate it. I give you a buddy there, you know. It's been a weird time, hasn't it? It's been a weird time. And can we just bin off Son? And also, thank you to all the members here, by the way. Members who you get their names highlighted in the comments, and I try and answer as many as I can. Oh, life as a Manchester City fan at the moment, it's tiring. We've had so much good stuff, so I'm not going to complain too much, but it's all relative, isn't it? We're just too predictable. Tactics need to change, according to Aryan Panda, which is an interesting name, to say the least. Please do hit the like button and subscribe button if you don't mind. It'd be absolutely wonderful. We aren't playing well, I'll admit that. We aren't playing well at all, and it's very frustrating to watch. Oh, the media killed Bernardo, someone said. It's on him, though. It's on Bernardo and his mentality in general to get better and improve it. He has to be better than this. He has to get around it. If he's not playing particularly well, it's on him. Genuinely is on him. And it's a very frustrating time at the moment. It's a very frustrating time. Can I just say once again, please do me a massive favour if you don't mind. Please click in the link in the description below and download my football. I would genuinely appreciate that. It helps the channel loads. I know you don't feel like it at the moment, but if you don't want to read any of the stories, click it, download it, give this video a like, click it, download it, and then just ignore the app after that. I'm going to need time to process this, I reckon. Tomorrow I'm going to go for a big walk somewhere and not think about football at all. But for now, though, we have to face it, unfortunately. And Guardiola's got a lot to say. I'm interested to see if Guardiola said anything. I am looking on Twitter to see if there's been any more basically news. De Bruyne said I've been playing professional football for 12 years. In the first 9 years, there was no rule changes. The last few years, there's been a lot. I don't know why football is such a nice game. De Bruyne isn't happy with all the rule changes. I kind of agree, actually. I think we've gone absolutely mad. I think we've just massacred football. I don't want to blame that too much. I mean, maybe that is an element of why we should have scored, maybe. But, I mean, I think there's problems right now in general, even away from that kind of handball stuff. We need to be a little bit better. Guys, I'm going to start to wrap it up there because I'm tired now of this and I want to go and chill out and just get some food. I'm bloody starving. Not eaten since God knows when. For now, that was disappointing. That was frustrating. City, be better. Please be better. Oh, we need a bit of inspiration. We need a bit of magic. Can we find it? I don't really know. I genuinely don't know. But we need to. We really, really need to at the moment because life at the moment is very, very testing and tiring for Manchester City. Love you all loads. Be civil. It's difficult. It's painful. But be civil, you know. Like, comment, subscribe. Go relax. Go wine. Try not to think about football for the next few hours. Go and put your favourite TV show and go and play a game. Oh, there's a comment, though. I'm not going anywhere because Noel's just dragged me back in. Thank you so much, Noel, for the comment. Noel Molyneux saying, where do we go from here? No creativity in midfield and hardly scored this season. Where do you reckon we finish this season? Noel, man, if I had the answers to that, I'd be Pep Guardiola. But we do need to drastically rethink what we're doing. We can't keep doing what we're doing. That's one thing I will say. I mean, where do we go from here? Guardiola has to try something different. He has to try something different. We have to. It's as simple as that. Maybe we go big on some signings in January. Maybe we do that. We will still finish top 4. I'm almost certain. I mean, God, that's not even good, is it? Top 4. We need to be higher than that. But we need to be drastic. We need to be aggressive and make some big changes and change how we're playing. Because at the moment, it's not good, you know. No, I wish I had the answers, but we do need... I mean, what would I do? What I would do is different to what the world would do, you know. I would play Foden in midfield alongside De Bruyne and Rodri there. I would play Sterling on the right, Torres on the left. Hope for the best. I don't know. Maybe give some of the young players a go, you know. Who knows, man? Who knows? It's a very difficult time, isn't it? Oh, Sean Faggerty, thank you so much, Sean. Sean, you're a good lad, Sean. Sean just dropping the little chat there. Thank you so much, Sean. Big love to Sean. You're a decent person. Go big. Get Haaland. Oh, get everyone. I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult. It's very, very difficult. Spurs looking good. Spurs are looking good. They've got a bit about them at the moment. Oh, what's going on? Leave Morris on the bus, says Jerry McCoon. Go, Jerry. That's controversial, but he's not playing well at the moment. Guys, I love you all loads. I'm going to leave it there. I'm starving. I'm tired of Manchester City at the moment, and I'll be back tomorrow for 5 things learned and probably a live in the evening. For now, though,